Hey, how's it going, Joshua Pac-Man? Hope you're doing really well. Let's see. Tricky might not be available for a bit, but let me double check if I'm missing any messages. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Yeah, hope you're doing really well. Hey, Sosos, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Blurry. Let's put it, for now, let's put it on the VF TV. Provide some side entertainment. Tricky is often busy at this time, so we're going to start. I'm jumping in about half an hour early because they might be available that early. Oh, sweet. We got a Kai versus All-Star. All-Star is a good player, also known as Froze US Gaming. They've got a good Brad. They've got a really good Brad. But you know, Akai is a very clever player, very patient, and has been getting better with the Yomis. And they've been applying more pressure with their lows lately too, and really good placements of 3K plus G. So let's see how this fight goes. So the Sega letter about Game Awards. Well, there are some clues. There are some things that make it seem like VF might be in the cards. Pun intended, I guess. But it could be many other things, right? It could be a platform. It could be a lineup. It could be, and that's actually what I tend to think it's likely to be. Some people think it's, you know, there's this rumored super game that might be like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. Maybe an open platform type of game like that where you're in a world where you're Uber drivers with Jet Set Radio going on too. Who knows? But maybe that's the rumored super game that they're working on. I tend to think the super game that they've referred to investors might be like an arcade platform, but that's probably less likely because arcades just aren't that popular. But maybe Sega doubles down and says, you know, we're going to make the new arcade platform for the future, for future lineup of what the future arcade game should be. Anyways, Tricky is calling, so. Hey, Tricky, how's it going?
Hello.
Hello. All right, you can see me okay? I am going to turn the video off though, but.
Okay. Well, save me some space, some bandwidth space, since I'll be streaming a bit.
Yeah, it's always good to save bandwidth space, right? You know, and someone was asking about, you know, the Sega letter. I told them that, you know, there are little clues that make us feel like VF is a possibility. There's the idea of maybe the super game that they've told investors about.
Maybe.
You know, there's also I tend to think it might be a platform and a lineup, like both. But at the same time, those haven't been as popular lately, and you're seeing a lot of publishers trying to ditch online platforms. So a lot of games as a service, especially Sony, cutting down on a lot of the games as a service. So
yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do exactly. Like, yeah. I just hope it's something VF related.
I'm hoping VF related. Yeah,
I have no. I don't have enough information to make any other kind of more specific.
I will say, you know, to back up what Tricky's saying on her video, it's good to have. It is good to be enthusiastic. Hype is good. It's good to have hope, right? Mm-hmm. Tricky's mostly saying, don't just be so negative to where you just are so afraid of being hurt, right? Man, you know, for me, it's about when I tell people to lower expectations because I've seen people do really big expectations and I'm like, well, I don't think that's coming, right? And I'm kind of like, I'm hopeful and I'm enthusiastic, but I also want to, like, there's a lot of things to be hopeful and enthusiastic about in life in general, and I don't want to put it all in one basket, but I do want to have that basket. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know?
Yeah, and it's not like, you know, hope's a limited resource, right?
Yeah, exactly. But it is also me reacting to how many times I've seen the community just get. I mean, it's online discourse. So in online discourse, people might just be like, "Oh, I'm so upset," and in real life, they're probably like, you know, and so it's like, but like on social media, it looks like the world just came crumbling, right? And so it's like, and so I'm kind of like, well, you know, like what were you expecting, you know, and like,
right.
you know, so.
Yeah, I think we might have overcorrected.
Yeah.
You know,
so, well, it is true. I think you are responding to some players in our community who have just expressed how like they really feel like they're going to be depressed if they're going to keep their hopes up, and so they're just like, and then at the same time, to add to your point, I would say the Discord has kind of gone. I am one of the people that are generally saying, you know, manage your expectations, which means I say lower, okay, but it means manage, right? It's what I intend to mean. But then you look at maybe one of the VF Discords, and the conversation is kind of negative when they're talking about the awards show. They just, it's like they're trying so hard to, like you said, they're trying too hard to protect themselves, right? You know?
Yeah.
And they might say they don't care, but every
like, this can't be real. You know?
but all their actions,
like,
right? Yeah. And so they're being like the grumpy old men at the pub, which oftentimes they tend to be because insular communities do that. But on this one, they're trying so hard to put on the protective gear that it's gotten thorny protective gear.
Yeah, they're breaking their back to put the gear on. It's like, bro, just maybe you don't need the gear. you know? Maybe you don't need protective gear.
Right,
Might be all right.
But we do like the attention that VF's getting. I personally put it out there. I like that Rufo Monger has been doing this fun bit on Twitter about them going through serious Hopium and Copium over this. You know, I know that they're not like in real life. They're chill, but in the Twitter they're just like, oh my god, please be VF, and I'm gonna be so frustrated if not. But I really want it to be VF, you know, and that's a way of expressing to Sega, hey, we really, really want a VF6, right? So,
yeah. Like I swear some VF heads are super negative about it, like about anything that's VF related that's new game. So and like that's what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to that. Like anything short of Sega saying the game is here, even if they say the game is here, they'll still be like, well, you know. Like I saw that happen during Ultimate Showdown. So I'm like, all right, community, we have a talk. Okay, like discussion needs to be had.
Yeah, no, it's this is a conversation. Well, in the VF community, I think this has been a strong conversation since around 2009, right? Or even 2008, when we knew that VF5R didn't come to console, right? And we're just kind of like, is this over? And then Final Showdown happens, we're like, oh, that's neat, are we gonna get it? And then we finally get it, and we're super enthusiastic because we're caught up. But then it's gonna be like, is there gonna be a VS6? You know? And so it's like, but to our credit also, I think you, me, and actually many now, even if we didn't have the opinion of it 10 years ago, I think now we feel Final Showdown really, it's just been getting better with age, and it's, for me, it's like the best of the VF games. like now it is, but of course that's side by side with a lot of really amazing games that were super amazing. But I think that Final Showdown has really proven itself over time.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I've always been a fan of Final Showdown. So I know some older heads weren't. And they don't really play Final Showdown that much anymore, you know, and that's totally fine. They played other games. But I liked it a lot. I kind of saw the vision that Sega was going for with this game.
Yeah.
Do I like everything they did to my character specifically? No.
Yeah, Eileen got hit hard with the stick. You know?
She got hit so damn hard.
She got hit hard with the redesigned stick, with the rebalancing stick. Because she is really good in VF5.
The redesign she was given, her redesign is great.
Yes.
I love everything they changed about her.
You just want some
in terms
tweaks.
of how she plays.
Yeah.
She's just weaker.
Yeah. Well, no, it's true. It's true because the way she played in VF5 Vanilla is kind of like, it gets boring. Yeah, it gets really old. You're like, are you just gonna 6p plus KP like all day? You know, are you gonna or was it PP 6p? It's like you're gonna throw into PP 6p like every time. You know, it got really formulaic.
I made the lobby, by the way. You can join awesome. Like if you want. It's 9,000 is the password. It's just password open.
That's why somebody brought up the Hopium 9000. So.
Someone put that up?
Yeah.
So, hilarious.
But yeah, you know, we're going to be streaming on both our channels. I always support everyone's channel, whichever channel you're most comfortable with.
Stream until 5:30 for me, though.
Absolutely. I'm streaming right now. Don't worry.
You're streaming already. I see.
Yeah.
Then I'll have to come back. I'll let you do your thing, and I'll come back at 5:30.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right. I'll see you in 15.
All right. See you in 15. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, hey, all right, what else? Hey, good to see you, Maka Insane. We're doing good. Gonna train with Tricky in a bit. Right now, Tricky's gonna finish up some stuff, and then she'll be totally ready. Yeah. That's we can watch some VFTV while we chat, and then we're gonna play some VF with Tricky in about 15 minutes. But yeah, I am excited. I know iFix Machine is who you're watching on VFTV right now versus the Goat Pond. I think iFix Machine is going to be streaming a watch party for the Video Game Awards on Thursday night. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Shadosha does as well. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, you know. And I think, yeah, it is because there's some hope, some clues that maybe VF's in the cards. But I do think we should manage expectations, but I do have some optimism there. Regardless, though, whatever they do announce, I do think that I'll check it out. I do think that Sega's got some that VF6 is being worked on. I actually believe that completely. I also believe that it's not coming out until 2025 or 2026. And 2026 was like, I think the number they actually threw out like last year was like, or maybe a year and a half ago, where they said like it would be around that timeline. And that would make sense to me. Even if they announce it this week, it would make sense to me that that's 2026. But I'm hoping 2025. I think 2025 is a reasonable one. I do think it's a big project. But yeah. But I also think that none of the Japanese players are in on any information because they're about as anxious about Virtua Fighter as we are. So I don't think anybody has inside knowledge on it. So the Video Game Awards are gonna be on, I think. Well, let's make sure. And there's always good announcements at it, you know. And I do think also with Video Game Awards, we should take them as fun celebrations. We shouldn't take them as like the ultimate opinion of your game, right? If you ask me, my game of the year is Remnant 2, like hands down. But that's not everyone's game of the year. I think the favorites for this event, and it depends. In the case of the Video Game Awards, they just basically ask a ton of video game journalists that are from established outlets. They just basically do a huge poll with a lot of them. They don't really care, but they just kind of do that huge poll approach. And then they also have the viewers and people online, which is, you know, it's not a perfect system at all. But that's just the way they do it, and it's not to be like, oh, we're the ultimate authority on what was the best game of the year, right? It's more of a celebration in general and a lot of fun. And yeah, it's a big fun pomp and circumstance, but it's good fun. And so there, you know, like if you really want to know, like for example, from people that really know about game development, you watch the Game Developers Conference and you watch the developers have an award, and that one is almost always really good, right? And that one is more about the technical aspects or the design execution of games. And those ones I'd probably be more in agreement with about what would be qualified. Though this year they've got a good idea that I think Alan Wake 2 is a favorite. But we'll see. So when can we watch the Video Game Awards? This thing is not showing up. Well, we know it's December 7th. Their website's not. There we go. How to watch. It's going to be aired live and free on Thursday, December 7th at Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time, 4:30 p.m. So if you're on the East Coast, you're looking at about 7:30 p.m. If you're in the Midwest, you're looking at about 6:30 p.m. on Thursday night. So be there, watch it. You can go to thegameawards.com and it should be able to watch it there. But you can also go on the Twitch, and there's a lot of watching parties that are going to happen. So check out Twitch. I don't know which category I put it, so you're going to have to look probably through your follower list to see who's doing the Video Game Awards, or just do a search for that. Though many people list it as different ways in the title. But it should be a lot of fun. And at least we can celebrate that Sega is putting up marketing dollars to put a big reveal at the Video Game Awards. During EVO Japan, some people asked me, my tooth is good. Nothing wrong with my tooth. What happened was I was eating I had a breath mint in my mouth. And I dropped off my kids at school, came back home, and I just sat on the recliner, and I just fell asleep while the mint was still in my mouth. So later on, when I woke up, I felt the mint, in my mouth, and I was worried that my tooth had broken and a piece of my tooth broke off. And then I was relieved to realize it was the mint. So, I have broken a tooth before. I have broken 2 teeth actually. So I kind of know how it feels, and that's kind of why there's more anxiety in my current age and part of life about teeth breaking. So it's really scary when you have a tooth break, So yeah, actually I've only had 1 tooth break. What happened to the other? The other was just more about the operation, just doing a crown just replacing just crowning it. So when they crown it, they cut the tooth also, put a crown on there. So I've got 2 crowns in my mouth. We got really, really good. This is showing how much activity that there has been the last couple of days in the West, because we've been seeing good stuff from Europe with Box Pizza Cat from Sweden and Lightwing Dragon from UK. Now we've got Jason Elbow versus The Rock Reaper. Both of them play El Blaze. So the good thing is you can watch Jason Elbow to see how they fight Reaper's El Blaze, because they know what to expect from Blaze. Blaze is definitely a character that's going to test your knowledge, because the feeling of fighting against El Blaze is pretty counterintuitive, but people will say that about Leon as well. The reason it feels that way with Leon, though, is because Leon is a utility character. He's got tools for different situations. In the case of El Blaze, it's this weird hurt box combined with a lot of spacing that he creates, and that he's actually very dangerous up close, but at that elbow range he's kind of awkward, but he does have really good moves, just that he has to use those. And then his Okizeme is terrifying, and then of course Rocket Discharge is going to totally mess you up if you don't know what to expect and you don't learn how to kind of double down on your read on what he's going to do and just try to beat him with what he's going to do there. So that's a big reason why El Blaze is very frustrating to fight against. But both of these characters very, very frustrating to fight against for a lot of people, right? And Jason did a really good thing there, doing Punch Punch in response to seeing Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance is when he does that weird, it's not an aerial, but he spins in the air. But actually, some of the setups, like this setup here, there is a trick like backdash into a high mid string that's really fast, but I think only Leon and Akira, and maybe Vanessa. Something like Vanessa's Punch Punch, where she does a high mid, works pretty good there. I think, yeah. Leon's good with 4-6P plus KP, but that's not the string that Jason used. Jason just used Punch Punch. Let's see. We got Aopai and Kaninu, so we got the Japanese players here. Aopai is a legend for so many generations of Virtua Fighter and also a very accomplished Soul Calibur player. Also a great teacher and student of English. Aopai is very fun to chat with. You can always chat with them on Twitter because they really love working on their English. You can see how annoying it is to fight against Pi, and of course then using that tackle approach is pretty good because it is a low, and using a low is a good thing to do against someone that likes to fuzzy guard quite a bit. So. But you also have to know what you get with your lows. So something that, as you get stronger in Virtua Fighter, a really fun thing about the low attacks is actually that their weaknesses, their lack of reward becomes a feature when you start learning how to use the small disadvantage situation better. So what you do is you use like a low to chip somebody, but also to set them up for the next thing, right? If you're Aoi, you can do like 1K, like to low kick them, and knowing that you're at a decent disadvantage even if you hit. And then what you do from there is you do, if you know that they have a habit of doing like high punch, like jab or elbow, then you can do her quarter circle forward punch plus kick, which is a sabaki. And it's a good way to bait opponents into doing like an elbow. Now, of course, you're gambling that they don't do a kick, like they don't do like a 15 frame kick. Or just simply low punch, right? Simply low punch is going to beat the sabaki punch. But it's really cool. Vanessa has a lot of stuff like that. That's why a really popular play with Vanessa is you normal hit with her sweep and then you do the uppercut. And by doing that, even though you're minus, your uppercut just beats pretty much everything. And so it's a really good trick it's a really good setup with Vanessa, is doing like a normal hit sweep into that. As you get better, you want to situation confirm these type of moves. These type of moves become a real joy in Virtua Fighter when you get good at what we call situation checking. So, situation checking is while my attack is occurring, when I've already pressed the button and it's happening, I'm watching the opponent. And the better I get, the more I play this game and the better I get at seeing what the opponent's doing during that time, the better I get, the more accurate I become at seeing what's going to happen. And then being able to respond. VF lets you do a lot of that, and it's really beautiful. Situations like low attacks that put you at a disadvantage kind of help are moves where where more situation checking like makes you stronger, you know, but they're very complicated situations. They're very hard. It's not something you should do as a beginner. As a beginner, you get a lot more mileage doing things like Nitaku. Right, you block like a side kick, or you block an uppercut. They're next to me, so that means throwing is an option. And a really good mid, not just a weak mid, a really good mid or a counter hit launcher mid, like an uppercut, is really really good. So you're like, okay, I block their uppercut. So now I'm either gonna uppercut myself if I've got a launcher uppercut, or I'm gonna do a throw. As a beginner, you can do that, and it levels the playing field because now you're doing a high reward gamble at the appropriate situation against your opponent that has been doing this a lot anyway. Now the things that higher skill players have an advantage of are the more reaction stuff that you're going to have to build with experience. You know, the really sharp stuff. The like, I slipped, I saw that they whiffed, and I'm gonna do a launcher. That exists in this game, but it's at a very high level, and it's still really hard to do. And sometimes we see it a little wrong because sometimes the frames aren't there to guarantee it for us. So we're not really whiff punishing anymore. We're now mixing up at different frames. And so when that happens, that's why you don't see us just, always blow each other up on that kind of thing. But you do. But those of us but the better you get, the sharper you are at doing that. And the more dangerous you get with your mix-up. So it's really cool. It's a fun part about VF. Beginners and intermediates can totally, and do often still, get wins on really strong players. It happens. But the biggest way it can happen is by understanding the situations when you can totally force high risk, high reward, or force high reward options anyways, and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for this stuff. Now, counter hit launchers are safer. Counter hit launchers are not like high risk. They are like decent risk because you get mixed up back when they get blocked. Whereas normal hit launchers will have a decent risk of guard punish, but again, the biggest punish for launchers is not the guard punish, it's the evade punish. Because if the opponent is like, oh, you're going to go for this big launcher, I'm going to evade and I'm going to combo you, then now your risk has gotten higher. But it's only higher when the opponent has proven they can do that. And so people know that I can do that, so they're afraid to, so that might mean that they don't go for launchers as much. But it also means they might change which situations they do it. If you're a Jackie player, if you're fighting me and you're afraid of the evade punish, well, what it means is don't put me at disadvantage and then do the launcher as much, but more like try to set up the 6K with a backdash. Why would we set up the 6K with a backdash? Why does that matter for evade punish? Well, because your backdash is you're trying to basically whiff punish me, and so you're lowering the chance that I'm gonna evade punish your launcher. But if you're using your launcher as like I counter hit with a jab, and then I do a launcher, then it's still really good to do that. But the risk is that if I've proven that I'll evade in that situation, then you've got a higher risk. Hey, Tricky.
Hey, okay, it's time. I'm ready.
All right. Tricky is ready. Tricky is on stream. So you could definitely catch the chats in Tricky's stream. I'm going to pop on your stream as well to take a look to see the chats there, so we can always respond to that. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it.
And I will go to your room too.
Perfect. Yep, same deal as last time.
By the way, I didn't know that Johnny E was playing much. It's awesome. Right now I'm watching on VF5 Johnny E versus Sonic Genesis Frenzy. That's great. Johnny E, I've seen them on Twitter a lot, right? I just haven't watched them play. So I think that's really awesome. And Genesis Frenzy, I always like watching Genesis Frenzy play. It's a very strong player too.
Yeah, Genesis is. I wish I could fight Genesis offline one day. I look forward to that.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
I love fighting Aoi players. I really enjoy fighting Aoi. So I miss Valkyrie, miss Genesis Frenzy. So I want to fight GT's Aoi because that looks so scary. I really love fighting Kingo's Aoi. So much fun. Like I said, Kingo reminds me of some hybrid of you and Dennis 201. I'm not saying you two plus each other. I'm just saying that there are traits of each.
Sure, like, yeah. I understand what you mean by that. Sure, yeah.
It's they're just really well studied.
Yeah, there it is.
Alright, I just muted the Twitch.
Alright, so let's set it to 10. That way we can just get more matches in less time.
Sounds good.
What stage do you want to fight on today?
For me, any stage is fine. I'm the type who's gonna work around it. So, but it is true that stage matters, and when you play more strategically, stage matters in an incredible amount because it forms how you can.
Yeah, and it also. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just that I don't play with much strategy. I'm more of tactics and improvisation. But the more serious you are in this game, the more you need to be approaching your matches so that all the things that you are doing are working towards a strategy. And so that's what in the business world would be called strategic fit,
Yeah.
And so that means like if your character is better at ringing out, you should be doing some of your choices should be doing that. Yep. All right, here we're gonna focus.
This is a warm up.
Yep, this is warm up. It's okay. got blown up on the warm-up, so. I thought I guarded that.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Got him. No, didn't get him.
Yep, I wanted to see if I can cheat that. You're like, it's an uppercut. That's not getting cheated.
You say?
That's a late punish, okay. Or was that? No. Is that the minus 12? Oh, okay, that was just late, okay.
Nope, not what I thought you were gonna do. I could have guessed that.
Ah, that was get punished. Oh no, I'm gonna die.
No.
Oh my god, I love this. Crap! Forgot about that. That sweep, so good. Alright. Fun warm-up game. Fun warm-up.
Good old sweep.
This is a good waking up too. Usually I have to wake you up.
You do know that to wake me up. You're right. You're right.
Today I'm the one that has to wake up. So.
See here, go 10. This time I'm gonna pick this one, and then select adjust room. There it is. Okay. So the reason I like the in a training session like this picker stage is because the rematch is also faster.
Yes.
So setting it first to 10 makes it faster, and setting it to the same stage makes it load faster. So you can just optimize how many games you can get in a short amount of time.
Oh, awesome. Jimmy is in the chat. Awesome. Bronx Jackie as well.
Welcome, Jimmy.
Alright, here we go. Let's focus.
When you're playing like thousands of matches, those little moments of time really start to add up a lot.
They do.
Oh, what's gonna ring you out?
Was that that was staggerable, right? Stagger breakable.
I mean, you technically, yeah, but
it's hard.
Effectively, for most folks, it's gonna happen. Ah! Like that. You can try though. You should try. Nice and dead. Oh god. I walked right into it. Walked right into it. Got it.
I like that one.
I need to start doing the right combo there. That's not for Lion the best combo to use. So low.
So never do that. Okay.
Let's go!
Let's go. That was a lot of fun.
I felt good. Gotta block those. Gotta block those. I'm trying to catch that.
I need to start doing the max combo. I totally forgot like what my combo is with 44K against Eileen. He's got a big one. So he's got a real combo against her. I like your situation confirms with the sweep with Okizeme.
Oh wow.
That's
unfortunate. You have time to
backdash. Yeah, it creates enough
and
space.
Do
it. So you're like, yeah, except for 9K.
Oh, you're
9K will just
up.
blow
There
me
you
up. All right, wake you back up. But also, what's really important with like first to tens are really good. They're real like it's like pure VF. There's a lot more reading that happens, a lot more adjustments, and the matches get very intense.
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's
Lean.
No, that might ring me out. Yep.
That's the fun thing about this stage, though, right? So it's like Leon actually has enjoyed the stage, but also realized that I win more on ring outs than I do on wall.
Oh well. Forgot about that.
I evaded that. Did I get? Maybe I got evade jailed. Very good block. Very good block. I was so sure that you did an attack, and then it's like, oh no, there's a kick cancel, or something.
Yeah, it was a kick cancel.
Was it? Okay. It looks. That's really good in that situation.
I blocked it. Clearly didn't. I got baited.
I let the mashing do the baiting. Oh, I didn't believe.
Gotta believe. There it is.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you were gonna go low. Nice space.
Thank you.
There it is. Very nice.
That one P plus K has a good. Well, you did a crouch backdash, not backdash.
Yeah.
A little less strange.
So that caused the counter hit. But now on the counter hit, was that PK pretty much guaranteed then?
That's why.
Was that PK guaranteed on the counter hit?
Couldn't hear you. What? Oh,
So
it was guaranteed on counter. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. I was like,
Yeah,
it felt like that was guaranteed.
Hit only cancels. They only combo certain cancels. Well, if they counter it, basically. So she's a hit check character, but it's really hard to do. So, I don't always do it. I didn't break that, huh? Didn't get down either. Yep. Nice.
Thanks. That's nice, Fuzzy. Yep. Right now, it's like you haven't had the. I haven't made you change yet.
Like,
I haven't made you change it.
There right now. Need to fix that. Needs to be fixed immediately.
Yeah. That was too risky though. That option was so way too risky. I could just circle you though. But yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty risky. Nope. No, it doesn't reach. God damn it.
Reminding the audience, this is Tricky's observation mode, so this is not kill mode. I have to work really hard to draw the kill mode. like I have to 8-0 you to draw kill mode, so because I've seen your kill mode. It's very scary, and I had the prep, you have to be ready for it. And so, but it's fun. So.
Yeah. I aim to attack. Come on, Tech. Come on, Tech. Hi, blurring. Welcome.
Nice.
I feel
That
like
was so cool.
you've gone back to being very risky from before. And I'm like, wait, this man is being so risky.
This. I know. Well, it's going to be one of those things, but it is actually one of the lessons learned from fighting Kingo. But Eileen is a little different. Like Aoi, yes, you need to at least know where you're going to be putting gambles in, because you got to do it with her, because you got to force her. You know, because she's got too many defensive options, so you got to narrow her, right? And so when I fought Kingo, I learned that I had to be that. Basically, I was aggressive at the start and doing well, and I was doing fine when I was moderate, but there was a time when I was too passive, too turtle, and that was like the problem. And so
because they'll eat you alive.
Right, then she's eating me alive, and then she's dictating, and you can't let her dictate when she has that many defensive options. So you know, so at that level, so then I try to moderate it. I try to go up and down the scale, you know, but I try to do it where I think I should, and it's hard. But Leon can be very careful with Eileen. I think so. That's probably what you're feeling is that, you know, it's like Leon doesn't need to do that much risk against Eileen. He's in the matchup. He's got so many tools that would just drive her nuts and makes her guess more.
This. Nice evade.
Yep, nice. But it was a mix-up, I swear. So it was a conscious choice. This is about -6, right? Those flutter kicks?
No. Oh, no, it's -8.
Okay. That's fine then. Could be better, but it's fine. But you also have like a freaking 11 frame jab, so... I like that. You're just like, yeah, you can't low me.
That's the risk I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have to beat it back out of you.
Yep. Yes.
Like I don't fault you for it. It's my fault for not beating it out of you. That's the solution. You feel comfortable doing those things, and I have to make it so that you're not.
I wanted to see what you're gonna do. So I was like, "What is he gonna?"
It was an earlier hit. It hit weird.
There we go.
Mhm. Okay, I gotta adjust to the timing too. You're plus there. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah,
you hit me with anything.
You can't VFDC it because VFDC doesn't have the frame stats for when you back cancel. So, you know, so you have to go into training mode.
You're just plus.
It's like it's like you have to go into I was plus. That's all it was. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Sidekick, that was so good. You're beating up, you're like, no crouch back dash for you.
No, that's too close. That was too risky. Too risky.
Yeah. What? Okay. Now, how much of that was guaranteed here once certain hit happened?
That's like infinite. You're getting hit.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. That's just that was a combo off that wall hit. That was right though. I was just late.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Just late. It's 100%.
I got it right.
There we go. Beat that risk out. I blocked that. Super Golden, good to see you. Always love seeing you. Thanks for all your contributions, awesome blaze combos, everything. And also you're always level-headed in the conversation, especially on the Discord. Was I able to tech that hit? Was I able to tech this ground hit?
Nope.
No? This one, no?
Nope.
Okay. Alright.
That's a combo.
That's a combo, okay.
Yeah, her up eagle is a very threatening move, but it gets countered. On Oki's first, it's best.
I see.
So I saw you charging, so I'm like, I'm just gonna hit him.
Yeah, right.
Because I had time. Or I can just do nothing, and then I can back off. So it's really nice mix-up.
You'll learn a lot about the Leon matchup watching my matches with Tricky for sure. So everyone will learn.
I'm still figuring it out.
I thought it was one of those like low hits or weird hits that like would have worked. That was dumb of me.
Come on, bye.
Linear, her sidekick's linear, right? So this was just a delay sidekick. So you did a delay sidekick, right?
I just delayed. I'm catching your evades.
Yeah. Well, I was like surprised that you that time you went for it, but yeah, that was really good. So it's like, ah. I thought I was delaying, and I was like, I'll just delay and do a low, and it's like, nope, 9p. It's like, I might lean. Okay, here we go. Side turn. Have a good one, Super Golden. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. And we will do a USA versus Japan match sometime. As I have a decent connection with Japan. Oh, is that a low? I thought that was a low. Oh no, what happened to Tricky's? Tricky got disconnected. Alright. Let's wait to see if they have the rematch button. I think they had a power outage because right now their stream is like black screened. So they just need to reconnect, but it does mean that their PS5 might have to they might have to their PS5 might have to do a hard drive like scan before it starts up. But they might have had a power surge. But we can chat. We can chat in the meantime. So, chat. One thing. Yeah, Super Golden. Really happy that. Oh, are you back? Did you get your power get cut out?
So it seems like my computer cut out, but my game stayed in. Was I still fighting you?
Yeah. So you're still here. But we'll reset the set. It's okay. But we are in the match right now. No worries. To me, I thought your power went out. So, yeah. But
I was still connected to the game, but my computer keeps disconnecting from the internet. My actual computer.
Yeah. So are you actually able to move your stick right now?
I'm still talking to you though, so I guess that's still working.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not your PS5 that crashed? I thought your PS5 might have crashed.
I'm on my PS4.
Oh, okay.
Let's just fight. I think, right? My controller still works?
I don't see any inputs here, so.
I see you.
Are you using Discord on your phone? You're using it on the computer, not the phone. Right? Oh, there you are. Yep.
Yeah, my computer. It was my computer. It has like something's wrong with the ports.
Okay. It's okay. Happens. I gotta work on that project we talked about, but that's okay. Alright.
Yeah, I have to use that against you.
Alright, here we go. Get back into this.
Yeah, that was weird. I hope it doesn't do that again.
It's all good. We'll get it back up and running. It's just your stream is not showing. Your stream's still live.
Just refresh. It'll work now.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna get hit with an ad break in a second, but it's back.
Okay, awesome.
Put your stream back up too.
Oh, my stream popped off again too. Right. There you go.
What?
Nothing.
I can way more than that. No, didn't do that. That was me being too risky that time.
Was that? I was just late.
That was me. Yeah, you were late. You're close for that.
Okay.
That was too slow.
Minus 13, or that's like really huge. That's like minus 17, right?
I'm still not used to like blocking low sweeps. I just crush them most of the time.
Right. Understandable with her. Like she wants to crush them, yeah. Nice patience. The double low punch always good, especially at higher levels. So.
You're late. Yep. I thought I had time. I did have time for that.
Nice.
That's some bullshit. Fighting on the fucking underwater. That is.
I am wondering.
God, I gotta press buttons so much earlier. My stream is frozen. They're seeing an unfinished versus screen. I'm gonna tell him to refresh.
Okay.
Refresh.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give it the timeout here.
I hate that my computer did that. I hate that shit. Cause like I have no control over that. Like it just decides to just shit on me.
I have a janky computer. That's not what you have, but I have a janky computer. That's the reason I don't stream with the computer right now. But eventually I will get a new computer. And that's when I'll change. My stream will be more like a normal stream. That was bad.
Ah, nice. Nice patience.
You've helped me get better at the awkward neutral too, so I hate the awkward neutral, but when both players decide to do defense, so.
Chanchai, after this, can you check to see that my stream isn't frozen?
Yeah.
For people, because it looks fine on my end, even on my chat.
No, your stream looks great.
Someone's telling me.
Your stream looks great.
Oh yeah. Okay, then.
Just like you said,
skills. You're either trolling or your computer's bugged.
So no, it's what you said earlier, where it just means you gotta like close the stream and then reopen it.
There you go.
Yeah. The most like janky thing with Leon is this thing. Like the angle, the angle has to be just right for that.
Good choice.
Yeah, thank you. You're like, he hasn't done that ever. in 2 months.
That wouldn't work anyway.
I thought I could evade that, but I think the backdash support got me. No, I didn't get.
Because you evade canceled already. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, you were too close. I don't know. Good timing there. It didn't work like I wanted to.
I'm so glad that it whiffed.
Really?
that was the tricky Chanchai BS stuff going on there. we're playing with the range so much that it's like a lot of whiffing.
So much whiffing.
A lot of pixel whiffing.
It appears my connection for folks on my Twitch is working again. Because folks are back. So whatever's going on seems to be resolved.
Yeah. All right. So dangerous, yeah. There's a lot of recovery frames. I like that use of Force XP.
Thank you.
Oh, that was an interesting choice. So you were aiming to hit me while I was running away, huh? With that, trying to see what the sidekick would do. Okay.
Yes.
It's just that it didn't buffer that way, but it's like it was the right. You read it correctly. Just the buffer didn't work my way. It didn't buffer as I thought. Oh, that was so close. That was guaranteed throw, right? The back, like that was a guaranteed back throw.
Where?
I crouched under your spin kick, like your spin kick. I crouched under it and I tried to throw. No, I ducked it. And then I tried to throw, but I threw too late.
Probably.
I think I just threw too late.
I'm not actually sure.
I'm very sure that it was just that I threw too late, but that was cool. It was
probably was.
Very fun interaction. god! Oh my god! That was awesome. That was epic. That was. I didn't expect that throw. I totally thought the other throw. So, it's like, really fun round. For me, anyways. It's okay. You got the win.
Oh my god. That was fun. That was a fun round.
That's what VF's about. So, you know.
The only way I could kill you that round, I had to use the kick and just make sure it wrung you out, and it did.
Yeah.
If you tech rolled, I think you would have survived though.
I tried to. I didn't get the timing down.
Oh, it's just because you're underwater. We're both underwater.
Online. I have trouble with the timing on on some of the text. So, and, I mean, it's just something to work on. But offline, it's more like maybe about 80% on the offline.
Yeah.
But I still gotta work it out. So yeah. I still have tendencies to rush.
That's so weird. It's psychic. It has so much range.
Well, I'm crouched. Okay, so I'm setting up advantage, and then I'm crouch dashing. So that's
Yeah, I see that. I see. It still has lots of range.
It does. It does, and it's also a half circular, which makes it annoying because of evade backdash. Now you have like only one direction you can do it.
Too close. There it is. I should kill you.
Yep.
So delayed. Oh.
That's so mean. That is so mean. I was just like, no, just the body position switch. Like I'm just like, damn it. I was like, they got the position switch on me. So,
oh, trying to throw you again? Yeah.
It's like even if you throw escape, like it's like, god damn it. You know?
Yeah. It fucks your hands up. Because now you gotta like move your hand from throw escaping and. Oh, that sucked.
I rushed.
What? Oh well. Oh, it goes under? What? Okay, Eileen. There's a new day. That's kind of huge. It's a big deal.
It is.
Losing my shit over here.
No, it's always good when you find tech.
That's such a big deal. Holy crap. It's like one of the most annoying moves. It's such an annoying move to get under that shit.
Which move did you get under again?
Your double-handed poke.
This one? Oh, okay.
Poke.
Oh, yeah. That one?
That.
Oh.
It's under that. I did the right one. Didn't believe. I see you. Oh, come on, Block. Come on, Block.
The thing that sucks with the online is the 2G from neutral.
It does.
Like that you have to like
you
have to Yomi it. Like you have to either react super early or you have to Yomi it, and it is rough. It's like that is
not gonna Yomi it. That's not happening.
That's like that's the weak spot of
I
the.
refuse. Yeah. Not gonna Yomi it. I will not adjust my playstyle that much. I'll just take the L.
Gotcha.
I'd rather take the L.
Yeah. The good thing is that most of the time in this game, taking the low is fine. You just need to know like what to do after it, right? So.
For against Lion, you have to block his lows.
Yeah.
His lows are worth blocking, especially the slow ones.
Yes.
You need to block those or crush them. They can't go unchallenged. I can't block rising attacks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice patience.
So I could do that.
Nice patience.
I didn't time it. Alright. Nice combo.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Not that do I punish at all. That's what you wanted, huh? That round did not go well for me at all.
It feels like you're working on something, so it's okay. It's gonna pay off later.
If I don't time my moves right, it won't. Swear to God I'm blocking that shit. Swear to you.
I love that sweep. Oh, sweep is so good. Her sweep is really good. It's very situational. It's got so many things you can do with it. And I'm glad that her sidekick is linear. Ah, it doesn't hit the wall. No.
So the reason you're seeing me wait instead of using half circulars is because of that, what you're doing there.
Yeah.
You're consistently getting under my half circulars. This is one of Eileen's huge weaknesses. And the only way around that is to delay.
I see.
And backdash and delay.
So, okay.
She has no other option. She has no other solution to that.
I see. That is rough. But she does have a lot of timing control, which is good, but online is frustrating. But
exactly.
Because offline, you're just like, she can control timing like at every frame.
Much easier offline, but it's alright, you know, here we are. This is what it is.
Yeah. Nice control. Nice hold back.
God damn it.
I thought that would counter hit on stance. It does not.
No.
It's not an attack. Okay.
They did not move again so far either. Like you're turning around. Yep.
Yeah, you're just like, you're gonna backdash. Good punishment for that. Oh, nice. It's like a mental stack attack.
Doesn't work.
Oh my god.
Oh, you did press a button.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun exchanges there.
Making me work, Chanchai.
I'm trying.
Making me work very hard. Too early.
Oh, it's ring out.
Got it.
Really good. I know it's unnecessarily risky.
Just waiting for you to flail. I was like, he's gonna do something that's not tight. I'm gonna hit him right there.
Yeah. I was
gonna
really...
wait for that moment. I just had to call it the right time. I had enough health to afford to get hit.
Yeah.
Until the moment was right.
I felt well. I'm enjoying it a lot. So.
There it is. Ducks. I gotta punish that. That's I don't know exactly what that is, but I know that I can punish that.
That was like I guessed correctly. Just didn't have the range, but I got what I wanted, so it's all good.
I finally punished! I finally did it! Oh my god, I don't even give a fuck.
So the second uppercut works there, huh?
The rest of the rounds are irrelevant. I blocked it. I finally blocked it. Early. Oh, too close.
Yeah. But that I know that 9K was really high risk of getting 9K there for that. But
Yeah, I didn't want to do it though because I knew you knew it was coming. I'll take that.
yeah, 9P works there. Oh, that's so cool. Forgot she. Man, yeah. So she's in super crop state at that part on those frames.
For a few frames, for just a very few frames.
Ah, I thought. It was... Very nice sidekick. Ah, super crouch.
There's something new there too.
That's right.
Did not break that.
Nice. Shoulder wins. Really nice. Yeah, that's earlier.
Ooh.
Nice. Good game. Good set. So, that was a really fun set. Throwing was too risky there. It's like that's a Nitaku situation, but it's like, okay, but throwing has got a higher risk factor when my life is that low. So it's like,
Yeah.
so very good.
But yeah, you gotta make the calls though, you know. So it's
Yeah.
judgment call, right?
Yes.
Try this one. Hopefully, no, wait. I didn't say this. I gotta say the UI on this is not the best.
Yeah.
When it comes to.
Are you talking about the VF5US?
The room settings.
Yeah.
Like it makes you confirm and then confirm again. It's like, bro, I wouldn't have switched it if I didn't want the change to happen.
How come? So your PS5 looks frozen on your stream.
My PS. Oh, I see. Is that what's? Is it? Has that been frozen the whole time?
Yeah. So for me,
That's what they were talking about.
I don't think the whole time, but you know, when we're in a match, I'm not looking at that screen. So it's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's fine now. I just refreshed it.
Okay, cool. It's okay. It's a good way for your computer to welcome you back. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it messes up my archive, but you know, it's all right. Not the end of the world.
Well, Twitch is acting weird
But it does
too.
jack up my archive.
Like my Twitch keeps popping off. I don't know why. It keeps like jumping off the like on my Twitch app for watching my own stream. It just doesn't stay in the room. It's like I'm getting kicked out of my own room. So I don't know if something's going up with Twitch too today, but it's more like
having an issue. It does happen a lot.
Nice.
Oh, I got you pressing a button there. I was like, man, one of these times I'm gonna catch him. Eventually.
God, look at, that's such a good punish.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Not what I was expecting. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. I could have done way more. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too aggressive on my tech. I'm too aggressive on Ikemi again. Alright.
I was thinking uppercut, which is what came out. It makes sense.
Yes. Uppercuts are really good.
I've been forcing you to stop. You know?
Yeah.
Uppercuts are good. You're like a caged animal sometimes.
Yes.
It's hard to keep you locked down. You like slither out of shit.
Nice.
Yay. Yep. Okay.
Good.
Be better.
That was a Yomi.
No, that wasn't the right one though. I can 9K that.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
3BB is like not. It's not nothing, but it's not what you should be doing. Okay. Wow. I think that was buffers from before, wasn't it?
Huh? Kinda. Yeah.
Hi, Fix Hayato.
Always.
Yeah, I can't press buttons there. Oh!
That's the annoying one.
There's two of them back to back. It's just such a unique thing to do.
Yeah. It's a very Chanchai thing to do. So.
Yeah. Very, very.
Well, it's just like 4 times in a row on some stuff too. It's like, let's just do this 4 times in a row.
That's my fault for not making you stop.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
That's
I don't
VF,
make you
right?
stop. I don't get to complain about it. Like, it's not done for a reason, but if I don't give you the reason, then you have no reason not to. Ooh, that was dirty. I was in a blender. I've been alright. I've been good. Been a good week. Been a good day. Does a lot of damage. Holy crap.
It's a knockdown. Can't parry that. It's like...
Hey, those are combo starters. You can't get up from that.
It's a crumple, yeah.
A little bit less. Okay, so it depends what hit you out of. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oof.
I thought I evaded that shit. Oh, I thought I blocked that too. But I had doubt in my mind that I accidentally held guard, so I told myself double tap it and that. So.
Yeah, how's that gonna work?
Oh, so nice. I like that kick. Can you evade the double fist? The hammer fist?
What's that?
Can I evade the hammer fist? Like her from cannonball?
There you couldn't because you're plus.
Oh, okay.
So you evaded and failed, so it's catching you.
I mean, I didn't buffer it. I was trying to wade into it, but I was, yeah. But, okay.
It's very slow.
It's, okay. Or is it more that it has
like
just, it only has a few hit frames, right? Or execution frames, right?
Yeah. Well, execution frames and the fact that it's from a stance, so that like changes the properties of it a little bit. It's a hard move to evade. People almost never evade it. They either hit me out of it or they get hit by it.
That's what I was wondering. But I was just wondering if it was evadable, but yeah, more of an offline thing if I'm going to evade it.
You have to awkwardly evade it.
Gotcha.
On, baby. That's the awkward hit. Yeah.
That's the danger for doing evade on that.
That's full circular.
That's what I'm saying, is that I'll get counter hit if I try to ECD it. So it's like, so that's why
That
I'm
one,
like,
yeah, because it's too low.
because I was hoping like normal hit I can block, right? And it's like, nope, because I evaded.
Oh no, you'll get counter hit. Yeah.
So go. Oh my god, yes, of course.
I had to. Yes.
Should like take a line from Dr. Dre.
Okay.
when you
Oh
rush
my
when you
fucking
rush
God.
tricky, you rush yourself. You know. So.
Yeah. Oh, I do that all the time. You gotta yes yourself. You gotta be your biggest hype person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really nice defense, man.
It's hard in this water, but I'm trying. Because the reward's so low.
Yeah.
Because if I get it, I can't really do anything much. I can't do much with it unless I do it super early, which is a valuable thing to be able to do. So it's not like this is why I'm doing it,
Right.
but not fun.
Understood. But it does
not
enjoy
it.
lead to being able to hard counter almost all of these situations when you get it down, when you got the opponent downloaded. So it's like,
Yeah.
because
Well, you don't need to download them with that stuff. You just do it and then you react to whether the thing gets triggered or not. But if you're like getting it some of the time because you have to do it so early in situations where you don't have much time to wait, like those,
Yeah.
you keep getting counter hit, it becomes not worth it anymore. Wall hit, please, thank you.
Oh, nice. It's back throw, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Walter, her Walter's back throw, of course. Oh my gosh, yes.
Back, yep.
So the this thing, like Leon step.
Yeah, I'm trying to block it.
The good thing is you're not getting counter hit by it, so.
Like I'm trying to block it. I'm like, oh, I'm confidently blocking this, and it's like, no, never mind. So.
Yeah, never low punch there. Never low punch there against Tricky. Yep, and always mix up. Mix up when you block 9P. You have to mix up. I've been doing throw for like the whole last 2 sets.
Oh my god! I just got up too. I just got up. Like nah. Ooh, I thought I had time for that. I was wrong. I should have done what I thought I was gonna do. I should have done what I planned to do. Just that.
Oh my god, that was the right read, but oh.
It's alright, it's alright. You know. You know why.
And here comes like the 9K army again. You know?
Yeah, I wanted to go for a slightly safer option.
So her 9P also is like, is it like on frame 1 that it's, does it hop on frame 1?
Slow as fuck.
Okay, so it needs startup
9P.
times?
9P has to be a read.
Okay.
Like a fairly sizable one. Nice.
Thanks.
Mhm. I was going to bait that P.
Yeah.
Just timed it.
Nice recovery. Nice not doing a linear attack. So I was just like, oh, you're gonna go for. My God, nice. Your 4-6Ps are so cool.
It's such a good move.
Like, I mean, it's the amount of options that it's targeting are really good, and so it's, but yeah.
Do that. I thought you were gonna break it. I was confident you were gonna break it.
Only because I get to train with you, right? But it's really helped me so much. So thank you again. It feels very good.
Yeah. You're welcome. More than welcome.
Ah, damn it! Gotta believe. I had a feeling that you were gonna chase after the step away, so which you can do. So even though you're in more patient mode, but I feel like it's just a matter of time before you start working on that. So.
Well, I'm trying to do something very specific at the moment.
That's what it feels like. So. Now, are those jabs guaranteed there? No, because I can duck, but...
Yes, they are.
Okay, they are.
Okay. You might be able to run away, but I don't think you can because the wall's right there.
Yeah. I desperately went for throw too. Too desperate. Because I'm just like such a bad option. You know? But it's like...
Yeah, you're
the health was too low.
Of course, you're playing in a way that requires me to do a very specific thing to stop you without dying in the process.
Yeah, that's
that's what I'm doing.
Nelly used to comment that that he felt that he had to be insanely precise when fighting me. So, because of stuff like that, right? Like you're threading a needle. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, was that side hit? Was that side? Because of the wake up?
No, it doesn't. If I'm anything but negative, if I'm +1 or anything above, that will crush.
Okay. Okay, it's just a different string than I thought. Okay. So you were actually doing a safe string.
That's why I don't block lows. I just crush them.
Yeah.
I just need 1 frame.
It's funny, I know I make tons of noise when I play, but I always tune it out when I play. Yep. Yeah, that's Sir Hicks-a-Lot. That was a comment on my stream, so... there.
There was too much money to lose there. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do the thing that I can still block if he evades me.
Oh, so nice. So nice. I like...
That's why I'm just
I love when you use the sweeps. I love... Like, every time,
because
just
you can punish anything else.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it locks you. It makes you feel like you're getting suffocated back.
It just
you feel the way you're making me.
It feels like I got completely red, so it just makes me feel like I got completely red. You know?
Yeah.
Even if I didn't.
I'm choked out, but I'm choking you with me. I'm taking you with me down into the no air sound.
Let's suffocate together here.
Basically, I'm gonna grab you with me. Okay, we're not gonna breathe. Got it. That's fine. Let's not breathe.
Exactly.
You see how you 2P'd me there?
Yeah.
Like that's so basically anything anything I do is susceptible to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got me into the whole I'm gonna try to time this thing. but usually I should just hit a button as soon as that happens. Just like hit a button. But then again, once that happens though, you're pretty scared with that option. I'm like in your vortex right now. Okay. Let's get out of this vortex. So hoping that the toe would have hit you. It's like toe tap boom.
You didn't evade.
Shoot. Yeah, I lost it. I just completely tilted, so I'm just like, I'm on tilt. And I kind of just was like, even when I already acknowledged it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm tilted. I'll just
you were
use this.
tilted?
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm tilted. And then it's like hitting, like, stupidly hitting buttons mode, where you're just like, I'm just hitting buttons. You know? And it's like, this is going to take...
What was the tilt thing?
I think for me, usually the tilt is if I drop a certain amount of stuff enough times, and then, but it's not like out of frustration though. It's just more of a.
Yeah.
It's hard because this is not the frustration tilt. I mean, it is, but it's a different kind. Right? It's just the kind of tilt where you're just like, you realize you're playing stupid in a way, and you've kind of lost sense of what you're doing. But you're kind of like on auto. It's an autopilot tilt. Let's call it that. So it's like. Like a brain fart.
I thought you were gonna do. Did you check fast enough?
It's like, that's why I wanted to do that.
Could have done it again. Fucking should have done it again. Jesus fucking Christ. I can't.
Yep. That side hit, the side.
I was too negative because I was fucking.
Yeah, because you're a side, yeah. So cool. This is why VF is so awesome. And side turn game is awesome. I don't want them to ever not have the side turn game in the future VFs. You know?
There it is. Oh, that worked out kind of weird. Ow, too far. My fault. I should have killed you. Oh my god, oh my god. Just 9K. I hit cake. I didn't get to the 9. I got to 3K. No. So, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting to the right button.
So you're working on your hands within the Chanchai vortex.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I blocked it. Right, 3K. Fuck. No, 9K. 9K.
Gotta thread this tornado, right? I will master defeating that thing, but it's taking its time. It's also, I'm not used to doing like paris, but it's fun.
didn't break that.
Ah, it's too slow.
Got him.
This is really fun to practice. This is like, I think both of us are working on these goals, and it's like, oh, gotta get this.
Oh yeah. You really want to hit that. Yeah. I had to guess. Well, I chose to. I didn't really have to. That's weird. Fuck. The second I like don't just elbow you,
Yeah.
shit whiffs. Like that. Well, that one it was a little farther away, so that's a fair way.
Oh, so cool. Nice option. Oh my
Got
god.
him.
Yeah, you can't evade. Like, that is such a long wait to evade that move. Yeah.
You have to just punch her.
Yeah, just
There's
hit
no
her out
time
of
to
it.
duck, get up, and then try to evade. Then you're gonna hit.
Yeah. Well, even if I'm like stuck way in disadvantage, like that hammer fist, it doesn't start till like really late in that cannonball.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. And
Just
the timing
hit it.
shifts based on what I canceled from, whether you blocked it. There's a lot of variables to keep track of that most folks aren't gonna know.
Yeah, just mash. Right?
Just
Like,
hit
just
a button,
mash it.
knock her out of it. That was weird. Oh, you evaded. You evaded, huh?
Yep, I did. Oop.
New. It's a new option for you.
Oh, nice conversion. Oh, yeah, that was like the
Ew.
worst thing to do. Don't rising attack there. Hey, Diesel, good to see you. Having an awesome time training with Tricky. We'll be doing this
Hello.
as many Tuesdays as we can. I'm hoping next week I can do it.
I thought I hit the button in time. Clearly did not. Fuck, that does so much damage. Jesus goddamn freaking Christ.
Yeah. That's part of the whole female characters are are screwed in this game thing, right?
Did I want it?
Oh my gosh. There it is. Here it is. Oh, there's got to be a bigger combo, but that's huge.
Oh, too far.
I thought I got you. Ah, you didn't go low.
Every time I hit that internally, even in tournaments, I'm saying yes.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big read. It's like such a huge read. Every time I get it, I'm like, yes, I was right. I was right that you weren't going to press a button and that you were going to duck. and that you might evade. You know, like there are like so many things that have to be guessed correctly there,
Yeah.
that when it hits, it feels so good.
That's why this matchup is so fun for me.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like such a weird matchup. Yep.
Oh my god, you hit me out of everything. I know you hate that option. So.
Got it.
Oh, beautiful. Everything was red. Okay. Ugh. I had a feeling that would work. It's like Chanchai's anti-Japanese tech too, because it works against Japanese.
It's back. No, it's forward. Almost I got a neutral throw.
Come on, I thought I blocked. I thought I blocked that too. I'm gonna cry. It's like, what button did I hit to not block?
Why did I break that? Yeah. 9K would have been better.
Yeah. Oh wow. Gotta respect side turn.
Rather not be here.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's good stuff. Again, I know that you're picking stuff that's like not going to give you a huge reward, but you're like, I'm going to keep control of this close quarter fighting. You know, and so it's like,
yeah. So I'm like, it doesn't matter to me how long it takes, as long as you die. And I don't. You know, that's all that matters at the end of it. If you can't hit me, then like, who cares how long it takes? Or the hits are like hits that I don't care about, right? Like, so long as I'm getting the hits that matter, and I'm taking away your opportunity to take hits off of me that are unforced. Like, I don't want to give you any free hits. Hits that like I don't have to give you. Like those lows are kind of free. Like I can't like stop those. Those are gonna happen.
Yeah.
I can crush them, right? But right now, oh, I got the hit. Damn, I should have fucking guessed that.
I was like, I'm gonna do the slow option because I think they're gonna try the ECD. So.
Yeah, it was too obvious. I had to get out.
That. Totally forgot that option's there too.
I haven't done it in a while.
I know. That's why it's like it was not in my mind at all. It's like, oh yeah, she has that move. It's just like, oh yeah.
That mental stack, baby.
Mental stack, 100%. That's what the autopilot tilt is also, is being overly mentally stacked hard. Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
You're just getting used to this situation. Yeah.
Okay. Haven't seen that for a while. Yeah, I was like, this man's gonna go for low sleep eventually.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen.
That is a high, right? That spin kick?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I was just surprised that it beat 4P. I don't know why it beat 4P.
It might be
4P.
too slow because it's a 16 frame high.
Could be. Yeah.
You might not be crouching during that particular window. Oh, I got it. Did not.
Let's do this funny dance here.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we're gonna do this dance. All right, cool. Let's dance.
Like crouch dash, crouch dash. It is a hard thing to teach players coming from other games to like use crouch dash in a more assertive way in this game, huh? Like I've had trouble. Like I feel like they only want to do it. Well, more like on a defensive way. More like they want to only use it when they want to attack, but telling them that no, you can actually do it like when you're minus, but also even in neutral you can do it. But it is, yes, the advanced players will always tell them that it is risky because you end up like you fight Denke and you run into his elbow, but that's really hard to do, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but it's crouch dash is still good, or at least 2G is good,
Got me moving movement. That didn't combo quite like I thought it would.
Yeah. I think it's just a weird angle, and maybe it was body position because I back turned.
God, I gotta stop. I gotta learn that fucking range.
Oh my god. Nice. Okay, that's nice bait right here. Watch the sidestep.
Hi, just Monica.
Nice back throw. Good set. Good games.
Right. So I can go to 8 my time.
Okay.
If you can.
I can go until probably another half hour.
Let's do another one of these then. I'll change stage.
Actually, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna drink some water if that's okay.
Yeah, I've been drinking water the whole time.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Big glass of water right here. I have an ad break starting. Oh no, it's ending. My ad break's about to end.
Go ahead and talk to the chat, and I'll be right back.
What is this? Excuse me. Rocking out some melty blood. Character selecting. That piano line's so good. Because I'll talk to our respective chats about what's happening. So what's happening right now So Chanchai has been doing a great job of evade punishing the hell out of me. And what one does when you're going to evade punish like to hell and back is you do moves that on evade aren't going to leave you open to getting hit with a button. He's often hit me with a 2P. Mostly 2P. He'll evade 2P and hit me with it. Whenever I need to not get hit by it. So any move bigger than an elbow, a 6P, at certain situations, which is most, will be punishable by a 2P. That means every attack, every single attack you do, no matter what your advantage is, carries some risk if someone's evading you too much. And Chanchai has learned how to do evade cross dash cancel highly effectively, so I cannot depend upon utilizing my half circulars to hit him out of things unless I'm like +7 or more. So that gives me a problem. That gives me a big problem. Especially because I don't know the frames of all of Lion's moves. So I don't know exactly when I'm +7 or versus +6. And I kind of need to know that in this matchup. Because one of my half circulars is 15 frames, and then the other half circular is 16 frames, and then her full circular is 17 frames with the high. They're all highs. And her low is like either 19 or 20. No, it can't be 19 because that's how fast Jackie's sweep is. I think it's like 21, something like that. Maybe 22 at the worst. So that means elbow. That's what it means. It means elbow. We're playing elbow the game. Not even 2P, not even P, because he has good questions for both of those. We're not going to be relying on P's. We are not going to be relying on 2P. We're going to be relying on timing, spacing, and elbow. That's it. That's it. Throw an elbow in the face and hope he runs into it. If it's counter hit, great. I'll do a thing. If it hits him while he's crouching, great. I'll do a thing. If he blocks it, I might decide to back off depending on how far away he was when I did the elbow. If he's far enough away that I can backdash, I'll fucking backdash that shit and maybe whip punish him with something. But right now, a lot of my moves are locked behind highly situational circumstances until he allows me to do other things. Basically.
What's the current conversation?
What's that?
Oh, what's the current conversation, or what's the current topic?
I was talking about what I'm doing to beat you right now, what I changed.
I see.
And why. I
appreciate that. I gotta re-listen to that when I come like on the archive.
I guess you can listen to that back. Yeah. But I explained exactly what I'm doing, the rationale behind it, and I guess I can tell you too. I'm just doing moves. I told you earlier, really.
Yeah.
But I explained it more for the chat, which is that you're punishing me on evade a lot.
Yeah.
And I can't do anything about it because every move on evade carries risk from almost all situations. So, and you're utilizing that punishment really well. So it's now becoming inefficient and ineffective for me to use anything other than jab, elbow, or 2P from close to moderate range.
Right.
Even from longer range, it's right now ineffective to do that because you have too many things you can do to me that all lead to a lot of damage that I don't want to take. So it's basically elbow you and if I get a counter hit, then I can do something.
Yeah.
If I get a crouching hit, I can do something. If I get you blocking it, I can decide whether I want to continue to string or not based on what I think you're going to do. If I'm up close, if I'm far enough away where I can backdash after my elbow, which she can do from pretty close, but not like point blank, then I might run a backdash and then do some other moves. But that's really the game right now. It's that. That's it. That's all I'm allowed to do.
Well, it's just like...
And I don't know Lion's frames well enough when I block your moves. So I don't know when I'm +6, when I'm +7, +7 and when I'm +8 on block. And I would need to know that in order to start using my half circulars again, because you keep ducking under that shit with your evade crouch dash cancel. And I have to know those numbers in order to know when can I use those particular attacks. But I just don't know it. So I have to use something a little more universal.
It's like what I always say to people that I teach VF to, that one of the reasons that the first thing that we teach as far as offense goes is the boxing, is because when you're in a jam, the boxing is like the thing that you can count on. It doesn't mean that you box the same way though. Sometimes you have to use more movement to make it work. But if you're in a jam, sometimes that's the thing that's going to get you out. You know, or that's going to get you to hang in there. And then and so the better you get at the boxing, and that's exactly like what you're doing, right? Is you're like, okay, this situation is pretty, I'm putting a lot of pressure, right? It's very volatile. And so the boxing is like the thing that's like not as volatile, right? It's like, and also because you know how to box like we do, like we know how to box, when you get a counter hit, you're like, okay, now I have something. You know, and it's like,
now I can make a read. Right.
You know, like now I can exert my authority.
I don't have to, but I could. I wanted to.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how much more we explore on this, but I'm glad I'm putting that pressure on you. Like I'm really glad that Yes. Well, you're squirreling out of shit. So I'm like, all right, this is how you stop. This is how you stop people from squirreling around you. Someone's slithering around you like a snake, like a lion. This is how you stop them from slithering around. This is exactly what you do. Especially elbows.
Yeah. Well, Eileen's elbow specifically, because she has a really good elbow.
Yeah. She has really good mids.
It's really good. Hi, Tom Berry.
Oh my god. Completely mentally stuck there. It's like, oh, she has that too.
No.
Oh my gosh. Could have evaded that, but I did the backdash. Oh, nice.
Nice. My kill.
I like. Okay, so I like what you're doing there too. You know that like when it's like which direction is the opposite of the side throw. So it's like.
What's that? With the what?
Maybe not. Okay.
What am I doing?
I'm not. You're throwing me the opposite direction.
It's happening intuitively, but not like on purpose. It's a subconscious process.
Yeah, but it's always the same because it's like it's up or down, and then you can know. But yeah. So it becomes intuitive, from experience.
Damn it. I have to duck that. I have to duck that move. If I don't duck it, I don't get to do anything. Oh, I took too long to catch up.
Yeah. I think the side turn state delayed you, or it made you more cautious than normal. Don't 8K this. Don't 8K this. Okay. It's like, yeah, don't 8K there. You got a nice one. Very nice one.
Thank you.
You baited me into letting go of guard. Okay. Take this moment.
Mm. Nice. Yes. I keep forgetting where you do that. That was bad. I miscalculated poorly. I severely miscalculated.
I think, yeah, with Leon also the ring positioning is pretty nuts, and I think that's tough because normally you're the one who's dictating ring positioning too.
The edge of the ring. I was like, oh wait, I'm gonna die. I need to get the fuck out of here. It's worth it to press a button here, to press like a crush or something.
Yeah,
it's worth it to guess aggressively.
I think so. I think that's the calculus with the Leon matchup in the ring with the ring.
There we go.
Oh my god, it didn't work. That was punishable. Crap.
What?
Was that 13? Minus 13 this one?
No, it's fucking... I did elbow. What the fuck?
Okay, so it's Nitaku?
Yeah, it's I'm plus that my elbow wins there. I win that exchange.
I need the 2KK that. Tried to evade. Did they get in the... Was it a counter hit? Yeah, it was. Okay.
No.
The wrong way.
The first one was, second one wasn't.
Nice. Nice.
Learn the timing.
Yeah, good timing. Nice revenge scorpion kick. It really looks like he can hit. Good game. Good game, good game.
I hop kick too.
Yeah. Okay.
Round one. Ready, go!
What? What?
The uppercuts.
Let me see. Let me see. I can't see it. Oh, whatever. manageable?
Yes. If I do all
What is
3
it?
of these,
Like,
it's like a minus 13-ish. Minus 15,
Okay.
I think. I think it's minus 15.
15? Okay. I thought it might have been. I just wasn't sure, so I didn't try.
If I lied to you, it's on accident. But,
I'll find out.
but I'm pretty sure it's
You ever
minus
use it
15.
again?
Just because it's like a big target on its back.
Ooh.
Really cool.
That was really weird. Like you fully turned around. You did a 180.
Yeah.
I don't know why that happened.
I don't either because I don't
That
think
doesn't make any sense.
I don't think I used the move that turned me around, but
That move doesn't turn you around. That's what's weird. It's like you got sidewall stunned.
Yeah.
And it just flipped you all the way around. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, come on, give me the punish. Yep. Okay. Hmm.
it looked like the situation check would tell you I got hit.
Yeah, I know. I can't do that. Thank you.
So bad. I'm gonna blame the online with the whole holding guard crap. It's so hard to let go of guard on online. Or more like I have to let go of it sooner also. It doesn't want to make a mistake on guard, right?
I didn't want that. That's my fault.
Oh damn, I can't believe the
got
uppercut
lucky.
didn't
I got
work.
real lucky.
Can't believe the uppercut didn't work. And it's because it gave you a tech roll. I guess it's a 2-hit.
Mm. You're like, no,
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That was nuts.
That was kind of nuts.
Okay.
Round one. Ready, go!
Wow, she can do that. I have never seen that before.
Wait, what?
Oh no, because
You
it's
under it?
EX high. Never mind, it's an EX high. Yeah, you can just duck. You just didn't hit a button. Okay.
Yeah, I ducked it and then I did the button.
Yeah, well, meaning like you just didn't hit a button. That's all it is. Okay.
Round three. Ready, go!
Nice, confirm.
I've been trying to do that all night long. All night long.
Oh, it was good.
Exact
So
thing
good.
the entire night. Thank you.
So good.
It's too early. Is Eileen, please? Do you want to stay in the ring? Please,
Huh?
Do you, Eileen? Good waiting.
Wrong direction. Oh, I went the wrong way. Whew.
Figured I'd risk it.
That camera swing was very different from normal, so it's like, oh, I can't tell which one I'm supposed to. I should just defend.
I never know what way it is.
It's usually I
I
follow
guess
the
you see it
camera.
so often, you're used to it.
I mean, yeah, I'm so used to, well, because that's how I know the direction. Yeah. But now you know that it is that the player has to go the correct direction though when they do it.
I knew that you did. I didn't know how you. I don't know how you know what direction it's going to be.
It's just so dumb. We both popped up. It's so dumb. It's like,
Yeah. I sorry. Why did you do sweet? Not once. Why not?
I'm afraid.
Okay. My button didn't come out. Good choice. There they are. I was like, where was that last round?
Something was telling me don't do them.
They would have hit. They would. I wasn't gonna block them. I was just expecting it to come.
Okay, that was interesting. I didn't know that high jab would work there. I hate that.
It's because I was in a particular state. Fuck. Gotta time that
Yeah, I
shit
need to
right.
learn how to ring you out with that.
I didn't break it. I didn't break it. I didn't break it. So when she does her like low kick, that low, slow kick that staggers you or counter crumples you, she's airborne. Like that.
Oh,
So like,
okay.
you got hit me while I was airborne, but like close to the ground. So it launches me strangely.
Yeah, I see. That was a crazy launch, though. Like, looked tired.
Yeah, she has a lot of properties like that. I try to abuse them when I know I'm gonna get hit, so that I don't get launched like Eileen should. That's why I use the heavy tank
Yeah.
moniker. 'Cause I make her feel like a heavy tank.
She's crouching the whole time. It's like, I like her monkey stance. Her chimpanzee stance is so cool.
Oh, I don't press a button. Oh, shot. You're dead.
Yep.
It's a strange mix-up.
Even if I'm standing, it's still low. It's like
9K is always there.
Yeah.
9,000K is always there.
this. Oh, very good.
Especially from that range. Well, against Leon, it's not as useful because you can punish me with your PKP pretty well.
Yeah.
But up against most of the cast, they can't do too much from that range where I'm 9K'ing you from.
I see.
They don't get the user 15 frame or 14 frame punish. Yes. No. Yeah, that's how you start from elbowing. That's how you do it.
Nice. I always forget you have that trick of doing like I'll do a sweep and then I'll do a crush. It's like crap. I can't monkey see monkey do against your Eileen.
Damn.
So good on those blocks now because it's like such a slow move. You just need to be able to see it.
That's why I was so mad I kept getting hit by it. I was like, this shit is slow as fuck. What am I doing? Too slow.
Slow moves, yeah. Shouldn't use slow moves in there.
Or just timed wrong. Like I do it earlier.
Yeah.
But then I might have seen it and then I would have blocked it. So I don't know whether it's fast enough. What the fuck happened there?
I did the 4 PP.
I don't even know.
I did 4 PP.
Couldn't follow.
Yeah, I did 4 PP. See, yeah,
I
I
was
did.
behind you.
Yeah.
And I was in front of you. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
That shit.
that's minus
broke
10.
my brain. I'm still broken.
Yep. Damn it! I wish that would work. So...
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh, God. That slipped out of my hands.
Oh, so good. Nice throw with punish.
Thank you.
That was fast enough. It's like bam.
Damn, that was an hit.
Nice punishes on that. Oh, so scary.
Thank you.
Very good. It's like you're punishing them now, so it's good.
Hi, Monica. I have a question regarding frame data. One frame delay. Is something that I can get away with implementing on everyone during a combo, or will it drop? You will need one frame delay. You want to do that during combos that require it. Otherwise, don't one frame delay.
Yeah.
Some characters need it, some characters don't. The ones who don't do it. Because you might drop the combo. You probably will drop the combo. Really?
You're gonna get that punish eventually.
I forgot to punish it.
Yeah.
I forgot.
When you see this thing, when you see that high mid.
I was so focused on other things that I forgot about it.
It's like old school Leon trick. Using backdash as a delay. Use backdash as a delay to 4K the sidestep.
Both faithful.
But that's also why evade cancel is so good against Leon sometimes.
Yeah, I'll let you get away with too much stuff.
Yeah. It's like I haven't seen the low crushes in a while, so I'm like, okay, I can apply this pressure again. You know? But it's hard. It's so discouraging.
How do you adapt to playing in lag? It's something that really throws me off on this game. I'm not the best person to ask that question to, because I hate playing in lag. I despise it like the plague. If the person I'm fighting is good enough, then I'll bear with it, but I typically don't I hate it. I can't stand fighting in lag. And it has to be stable. But generally, I would say you have to press buttons way earlier than you would otherwise. Everything has to just happen sooner.
For me, on that note, I do think that the advice depends on the person, the player. And it's not an insult to the player. But for example, this is a game, even in offline, you have to learn how to buffer, right? And if you don't know the timing in VF yet...
But the buffer... Okay, I'll let you finish.
Okay. What I'm saying, though, is that if you don't even know how to buffer, you don't even know if what you're dealing is lag. But, because you're playing in neutral a lot, and, I know this from teaching people offline as well, that people that don't know how to use the buffer have no idea why. They feel like they blame various stuff, but offline they won't blame it as much, but online they might blame the online in situations where actually what it was they weren't buffering, period, right? So if you don't buffer, you're doing a 3-frame delay. Right? In this game, if you don't buffer, almost always you're doing a delay, right? When we fight certain opponents, we know which opponents not to do sidestep against because they're not buffering, right? And so I'm not saying that it's not lag. I'm not saying that. But I am saying sometimes for some people I do have to I have to play against them to get a feel if they even are playing in the realm where the delay is actually really causing the loss, right? So they'll be like, I'm trying to punish and I can't guard punish. Right?
The buffer is always there, but the buffer moves. So under certain connections, and this is when I'm like, this is unplayable or I don't want to play in it.
Yeah.
The buffer moves so far out of where it is offline, the buffer window.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. When I'm saying press buttons earlier, I don't mean press them earlier to get in the buffer window that you'd have offline. I mean you're outside of the offline buffer window. That's how early you have to press it. Sometimes for some people on certain connections, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So
But I am saying though, in my experience with playing with people, there's points where you fight somebody who is very experienced, and lag is definitely a factor, right? So for example, the places where I'll say lag is definitely a factor for everybody, or more like not even lag, the netcode is a factor for everybody, is when you play online, you cannot react block lows, right? Or you can, but it's harder. Okay.
Very hard.
Right? Because you have to block earlier.
Much
Like
harder.
you can't, like when you play offline, you can last second block lows. You can absolutely do it like at the like very last frame, block the low. It's hard, but you can do it offline. Online, you have to kind of do it earlier. Like you're gonna have to block low early regardless. It's just the way that the netcode prioritized the standing guard. And so that
Right.
thing I give credit to, right? That's dealing with the netcode period. Not even like even with a good
Right,
connection.
that's the best thing in
Right.
lag.
But then
That's
but the reason also is this. I'm just saying you need to learn how to play buffer, right? First, just to even really start to have that conversation, because playing neutral VF is actually weird, even for at a high level. That like sometimes you don't know if it was just being slow or not, right? But
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that like one must like in
Yeah.
order to have this enter this conversation,
No.
one must have the prerequisite
Yes.
of being able to buffer moves properly offline. Like that's a
Exactly.
given. If you can't do that, then like
Yeah.
get out of the conversation.
Right.
You're not ready.
But-
Come
but-
back in a month.
but
or
that
something,
but that's
right?
why
Like,
but that's why the conversation, I feel like I have to talk about that, because there are
You're
people
right. You're right.
there are people who are coming to me for help about lag, and then when I play them, it's not the lag, it's that they don't know how to buffer and I have to teach them.
yeah.
Right, like
Yeah,
and when I
yeah,
play them
yeah.
offline too, same thing, right? Like in my offline sessions in Portland, teaching something basic like jab into elbow, and they're like, it's not working. Like the opponent blocks the jab,
They're not
right?
doing it fast enough.
And it's because they're not doing fast. But also, what it turns out, they're not guard canceling, right? And I tell them about their guard cancel. Then I I have to walk them through it, and I have to go, okay, you got to do punch guard, punch guard, punch guard, punch guard, meaning punch, then tap guard, punch, then tap guard, right? And it's a unique timing that is unique to VF. It doesn't feel natural coming from other fighting games, you know.
No, it doesn't.
So it's one of those things that has to be taught.
Except for DOA.
Yeah.
DOA is the only other
DOA
game.
is the
has
only
same
game
kind of
that,
timing.
yeah, even Soul Calibur, you don't feel this.
Oh, it's close enough.
Right? Like Soul
We're
Calibur has a
little
lot
more
of.
strict, but DOA's timing, like free canceling for them, is pretty close to PG canceling here.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm trying to troubleshoot the conversation and be like, tell me like what are the situations where this is happening, right? And usually when they say it's guard
Yeah.
punish, that's almost always a buffer problem actually. So, but I will give credit that guard punishing Pi online is a little harder. Actually quite a bit harder. It's just that guard punishing Pi, you got to be on it. And for someone like you and me who is experienced, we don't feel it as much. But if you're new to it, then you realize with her, you kind of got to be quick. Even when she does like 3K plus G, you got to be quick, right? But then, of course, there's other aspects like mental stack. Now, the hard part is mental
Yeah.
stack. Mental stack's the hardest one because mental stack is a personal lag. And that happens to all players. In this game, it happens a lot. So it's already hard enough when you're learning the game that you're kind of playing slow if you're not buffering fast enough. And then also that you're trying to learn how to do these things that you just don't do in a lot of other fighting games, right? And so that already is creating a mental stack load, right? And that
So I
alone
think
will
to
make you slow.
answer CP's skills' question about like how do you adapt to playing in lag, like we would have to ask you another question of like, can you buffer things offline adequately
Yeah.
first? Double check that. If you're able to do that, fine. Then okay, then you can enter this conversation about how do you adapt to lag. Because if you can't adapt to no lag, if you can't buffer stuff properly to begin with, then you don't really know whether lag's impacting you. I'm assuming, based off of the question,
Yeah.
that they're experiencing lag that like you can see. Like
Yeah.
there's the lag that only people like you and I can tell because
Right.
we've been playing this game a lot. We know it really well. And then there's the lag that like anyone can see, that like everyone in the rest of the globe, when they played this game online, they were like, this is laggy. Like that's the lag I think they're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's the lag that feels like you're out of the buffer window, which
Yeah.
is a lot of connections. To be really blunt with this
Right.
game's netcode, it's not that great. It's pretty bad.
So what I'll say is,
And that doesn't feel good. You can tell.
I will say there's ways to play, or more like for me, but The hard part is I got a lot of experience, just like you have a lot of experience. So for me, I'm able to problem
Yeah.
solve my way through it, right? I'm able to.
Right.
I'm
They
able
don't-
to.
they
I'm,
don't have
yeah.
that. They don't
and
have that
but if you don't have that, that's really hard,
repertoire.
right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like,
Exactly.
okay, I can do this, this, and this, and I can't do that, that, and that. Why? So
Right.
why do I put up with it? The Tricky is about optimizing the best VF. Like Tricky wants to make sure that no matter what she is doing, it's gonna be the optimal VF in the offline environment because that's the real VF for Tricky, right? Obviously, some people don't have an offline option, right? So some of them do just
Right.
learn how to fight online. Is it a totally different style? I would say it's a little different. I know Tricky would say it's a lot different. I'm just gonna say it's a little different because the fundamentals are still there, but there is sort of a okay. I got to play with things that are more fudgy. I got to do Nitaku quite a bit more. And yes, I would have to buffer earlier on the Nitaku, but it's still the same Nitaku. It's still a situation you can
I
see.
would argue it's not the
you
same
know?
Nitaku
Yeah.
because you can't do certain
I mean,
things in Nitaku
do
that
we-
you would like.
Do we
plus
want somebody to
7
give up on playing at the
suddenly
intermediate
becomes
level?
plus 5.
Because I think you can play the intermediate level
Sometimes.
online really well. I think if we get too much into the fine detail for someone that's developing, it's kind of like giving them a lot of reasons to feel like it's impossible to play. But it's like, I think just like Gentleman Thief, you can learn how to play online to be good and learn how to lab.
But he has amazing reactions.
Yeah, but
He
he's
says
also
he
he.
has power ones, but he has much better reactions than he says he does.
No, he does,
Much better
right?
than he thinks.
But he's also an online warrior first when he learned the game, you know.
Mhm.
So I don't want to discourage people from learning the game through online. I know it's not your preferred environment. I just don't want to discourage people from that because I think I think it's proven that it is as different as it is. It's a viable place to train.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
we're playing
yeah.
online right now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a not viable way to train.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like realistic about the differences.
Yeah.
So that when
But
someone's
I'm also
like,
being
going
realistic.
offline, they know. Oh,
Yeah.
Like when they start finding out, oh, my buttons aren't coming out, like because your
Yeah.
buffer window is much later offline.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't know that, because a lot of
Yeah.
online players who only play online, never played offline, don't know that.
Yeah.
Or the first time they go to an offline scene and they play out with killers, and they're like, holy shit, why is nothing coming out? Because your buffer window's later. You can do different things now. You have
Yeah.
like a whole host of options
So
become available to you.
when
The second you get
when
offline,
when Tricky is
and
saying
they just
Yeah.
aren't available to you online.
let's
They aren't
clarify
viable
let's
offline-
clarify
online.
let's clarify something though. What Tricky is saying.
It's just important to know that.
Yeah,
As
but
a
let's
level
translate it. I'm translating it. So, what Tricky is saying is that when you go from online to offline, online you had to input earlier.
Yeah.
When you go into offline, you learn to input later. But you know what? Inputting later is a lot easier than having to input earlier.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So that's
Yes, it
why I'm
is.
saying. That's why I'm saying it's good. Like you can train online. The first hour is gonna feel weird when you play offline, but you will make that correction so fast because it's so much easier. Because you're like, oh, I have more time to think. I have more time to do what I want to do, and you will like that.
I mean, when you transfer to offline.
Yes. So I'm telling them.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the online
totally.
actually
you
will.
make that switch.
So online will
I would-
force you to analyze the situation a little earlier. It is painful. Most of the people that complain about the online are people that do play a lot of offline.
Well,
Okay.
because I would add that what I think we're not really giving enough light to is
Yeah.
that there's the mix-ups change
Yeah.
when you have to buffer things earlier, like as much earlier
Yeah.
as you do online.
Right.
So all of a sudden, there are mix-ups that are no longer viable online. I mean,
Yeah.
offline that are available
Yeah,
available to you
okay,
online,
but-
and vice versa.
Right.
There are
Right.
certain defensive mix-ups
But you can-
specifically, I find, that are not viable,
But when you finally have an
Online.
offline scene, you can deal with it.
that are offline.
Yeah. But when you finally have an
and
offline
there
scene,
really
you
isn't
got
a
it.
way
Yeah.
to make it work. Like you can't just
Well,
because what makes the
Yeah.
tactic valuable isn't that you can do it. It's
Yeah.
when you can do it.
But
It's
you're-
that you can do this
Yeah.
reactively, and you can't do that if you have to make a read and
But
do the tactic. It's
tricky.
not useful anymore.
when someone goes from being an online warrior to finally playing offline, they can learn the offline. They can learn those little
I'm
things.
not saying they can't. I'm just saying
I know.
there's a difference.
So yeah,
I'm
there
just,
is. No, there
being really
is.
clear that
So
there's a
for
difference here.
example, the
And that's
basic
important to know.
example.
And like to not be surprised when you
Right.
go offline and you're like, oh, why are the mix-ups different?
Yeah.
Because you got different options available to you now.
So it's like Lao 6K, right? Because it's not that hard to stagger break Lao's 6K counter hit offline. Online, it's actually not that hard, but you have to know it's coming a little and be ready for it. So you got to be better at stagger breaking online to deal with Lao's 6K.
Mm-hmm.
And for most people that it's really hard until they get a lot better, right? For strong players, it's less hard on the online. But it's really strong, so that's why Lao's 6K counter hit is so powerful online, right? And then offline you learn, it's even easier to counter his, to break out the stagger and force him to guess, And so we're talking about, so obviously the Lao player has to adapt to that, just like the player dealing with Lao gets to realize that and go, oh my god, this thing is not a real guaranteed combo, it's a mix-up, So...
Right.
So yeah, that changes the mix-up. But again, but I do think it's still worth, unless you're okay. So now, if you're dealing with like complete,
I might want to give an example. I might make it like more clear on talk because like that's a good example.
Yeah.
It's not emblematic of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like that's some of the things that can happen, and like it's pretty, that's
well,
one of the
okay,
ones
it's
that you
true
can
that
really
like
tell, you can see.
So
really
low mid mix-up is. Low mid mix-up is stronger.
Like, mainly defensively. It's the defensive ones, and some of your offensive neutral-based mix-ups vanish online and suddenly appear offline, and they're super powerful. Because they're reactive, and you don't have a lot of time to do it. You have like literally 3 frames to like see someone animation start, and then you have to do the thing, and that you can't do that online because the buffer is too soon. The animation hasn't started. There's nothing to react to because it hasn't showed up on the screen yet. There's a lot of neutral stuff in VF at later higher levels of play that like you just can't do.
So which players is this applying to though?
Unless you make a read.
Okay, but which skill level is this applying to?
Like higher intermediate, upper intermediate.
Yeah,
I would say.
But if the question is
to Nero's level,
yeah,
right, or GT's level,
and so
they can do these things online.
Yeah.
They do it because they make a read.
Right.
They're making reads on it.
So, but this is also why though that like I will allude to it, but if I stress it, I feel like I'm telling the wrong audience about that.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe our audiences might be different, right? Because we have different folks who watch our streams.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
perhaps we're having a
look,
of different worlds here.
If Paul and I, if Paul 68 KDMD is having a conversation with me and asking this question, I will give the answer catered to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And I will tell him because it's really important because of the way that he wants to play his VF. He wants to play the pure VF. Right. That's kind of why he's a warrior about telling everybody to port forward, right? Because he's like, well, if we could play offline, we would, but we can't. So I want to make sure you and I are doing everything we can for the best connection, right? So he wants the best VF too.
Yeah.
Right. But we also know that he's at the skill level where he can apply what we're talking about here. That's why I'm like, when we try to answer this question, the question about lag, it's really dependent on who we're talking to and what their goals are, what their immediate goals are. Obviously, everybody has a huge long-term goal, but the immediate goals is really what we're speaking to, right? Because there's so much skills that you can build in
CP skills. I don't know what their immediate. I don't know what skill level they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, the person seems to feel like they've gotten. They thanked us for the conversation.
I mean, skills isn't.
We're not even talking to CP skills anymore. It's more just a discussion about like how does one deal and think about lag more broadly.
Yeah.
And fighting within it.
If you want me to answer that question though, I do. So I enjoy fighting in this game. I hated it during the PS3 era just because people at the time were using Wi-Fi. right? And because so many people were using Wi-Fi 10 years ago, the online was really different. It could be the same netcode, but the environment was so different because of how many people at that time were on Wi-Fi. So again, that's why I'm always thankful to Tekken 7, because that game, with how popular it is, just put a whole Wi-Fi warning down, and it shamed people into setting up their systems with Ethernet, right? And that was a game changer.
Wi-Fi.
And I credit that more than anything for why the online experience right now is way better than what I experienced 2014 when I stopped playing online. For 6 years. For 6 years, I stopped playing VF Online, and I didn't hate it, actually. I was just like, it is so different. I have to play Leon like a rushdown character because I can't see if the opponent took the bait or not. I couldn't situation check the way I was doing on offline, right? And that is talking like what you're concerned about, right? Where you're like, this is so different.
'Cause you can't.
Like, and it's like you can't. There's too much of my game is just like I can't even do. And then that I would just focus on offline. But there is a regret I had about that, and the biggest regret I had was that by doing offline only, I limited which characters I was fighting against, unless I was myself training them. You know, so it was really, and that's really hard. That's really hard if you don't have someone else doing the other characters for you. You know.
If I didn't live in New York City and have the New York City offline scene where we have most characters represented here, someone plays them.
It would be frustrating.
Over the years, I've played with someone who plays pretty well with almost everyone in the cast.
Yeah.
I would have a very different point of view, which is why I'm not saying you can't get good online. Nero did it. He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's godlike at the game. GT did it. He's great at the game as well. What allowed them to get so good, though, is that they understood the differences.
Yes, they did.
Of what's possible and what's not possible, and what you need to make a read on online that you can react to offline.
Yeah.
That's really important as you get better. So, like, the folks that I'm speaking to here aren't just like the new person who's like, how do I hit a button? Like, those folks are going to be there, but to be frank, I don't think they're attracted to my content. They might be, and hey, if you're here, I love you.
Honestly,
but,
I think they are attracted to your content.
I'm not catering to them.
I do.
That's not my audience.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's not your target market, but I do think it's your incidental market.
Right, that's not my target. I mean, like, if I get some of them and they're here, but like they're probably not going to watch my streams. They'll watch like my basic videos, which are going to be basic. But like, I don't enjoy spending a lot of time talking about that stuff because I get bored.
Yeah.
I prefer the more interesting stuff of like the very fuzzy guard cancel, the spacing and whip traps shit. Like, that's what I love about this game.
Well, no, it's what I love of me too, but it's also I'm also just trying to get more people there because from my experience, it's how many times I've had to raise Portland players and West Coast players, you know, and
you've had more
help
players
build
to
them up.
raise up than I have.
Yeah, no, that's because I make it happen, right? That's because I go out and recruit, right? And I go and train, but it's hard to do that in New York because everyone's time is so busy. You guys have such a busy lifestyle.
And we all already have our games.
Yeah.
Everyone has their game already.
Yeah.
And they're not really going to switch. Like, you got a huge Street Fighter scene here, and like they're not going to play VF really unless they want to.
Yeah.
And the ones who want to tend to be folks, in my experience, that already have a decent grasp of the fundamental concepts.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then they still show up to tournaments. And like I'll play them and I'll talk to them and I'll try to give them as much basic advice as I can offline. Yeah. But like there's not much I can say about like press your buttons later or press them sooner or like there's not much I can expand upon on that. It's just do this thing.
Yep. But
and if you don't, I can troubleshoot with you, but I can't say much more about it other than just like press the button at the right time. You know? I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah. So for me on my end to cap this topic, what I will say quickly is that so given that I personally am satisfied. I'm not going to say happy, but I'm satisfied with the current netcode as far as like I know what to expect from it. And it's not like 10 years ago. I do personally enjoy the challenge of figuring out an opponent even within a laggy environment. I think it's well known now that I've fought players in Egypt, in Australia, in Japan and Korea, like willingly, and Europe, and now like just the other day we were playing Sweden, and for me it isn't, for me personally, it is an opportunity to work on certain skills within the game that are very applicable to offline, but has to be retranslated. But those skills do happen to be a little bit more on the reading side and a little bit more on the like I have to apply Yomi a bit more. Now the problem with that,
You have to.
so the problem with that is that in the case of someone like Tricky is aspiring for the high, and I am too, but Tricky is aspiring purely on the highest forms of VF play. And the highest forms of VF play, you got to kind of minimize Yomi, and you got to use it at the right places. But if you over rely on Yomi, you will you have too much more risk. Like you have a lot more risk because the Yomi is inherent.
Yeah, you're
risk,
gonna die.
right? It's inherent. It's gambling.
Yeah.
And so
Exactly.
And when you play at the highest levels,
that's
though,
also how I mitigate. It's also how I'm successful with the worst character in the game, or one of the worst characters.
Yeah.
Wherever people say, I think she's strong, but I'm also realistic. I know she's not that great for one reason and one reason only, because her risk reward's a little skewed.
Yeah.
Where she takes damage.
right?
So when you use Yomi, the risk reward, her weaknesses become magnified.
Yeah.
So I have my entire game plan surrounded around not opening myself up to those situations at all.
Yeah.
And just getting guaranteed damage over and over again, and not allowing you to really kill me unless I've made a big commitment that I think is worth it.
Right. And it's
can't do it
also
online.
it's also true.
Normally.
But it's also true that like your Yomi is very good. It's developed. Your Yomi is very developed, right? Your analysis, your analytical ability in match is developed. And so the things that you need to invest your time in for you is the stuff that's really hard to do mechanically under the situation and the familiarity with those situations. So you are going for those things that are, because as you get to the higher and higher level, you start to squeeze out of every information that you get, every guarantee that's there. You got to squeeze it out, right? Every whiff that you can help create has to be capitalized on. And so for you,
Yes.
you're like, I need to invest my time on those because I have the other stuff down. And I do practice those things, but pushing myself in further into an area where I can't work on the stuff that is left on the table. That's why for you it's a very different cost benefit analysis, right?
Yes.
But I want to encourage anybody that is like less than the top 5 in North America
You're right.
should
Didn't even
really
worry
like
about that.
invest their time on all the skills, including Yomi, including reading, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
online still gives you lots to work on with all of these things. As a whole, you still have this
Yeah.
buffet table to eat from and build on. But for Tricky, they're at the point where Tricky's at the point of she's having to optimize. Like she's having to.
Yes.
She's like the athlete that has to go to Colorado to train, and it's like because the body
Yeah,
just
I'm like,
because
I only have so much time to play this game.
yeah
And when I do play it, I want to get the most out of it.
yeah
And so
out of
if
what's
it's
left.
like I'm like a matchup that I'm not familiar with, then I might go online for that, right? Like you and I are fighting online because you're the best Leon, I think, around. So,
Thank you very much. I'm trying.
I'm the best Eileen around, so we're both getting matchup experience in a way that we really couldn't get any other way, and our connection is good enough that we can do that.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Adam with his Jeffrey. He's the best Jeff, and he wanted experience with Eileen, and I wanted experience with Jeff and him, and I got a lot better because of it. And connection wasn't great, but it was
Yeah.
good enough. It was like at the edge of acceptable, which is
Right.
right where our connection is. It's a little bit better than it was with Adam, I think. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's a little more stable.
A little more stable.
but-
Today was not as
Yeah,
good as the
like-
last time, but it was still good. But last time was better, I think. So, or the last time we had a direct session. But even this session, this session let us do a lot of the stuff we needed to work on, and so I'm really happy with that. But there were moments where we're like, okay, I think that was the lag, you know. So
yeah,
but,
we're just moving the button earlier, like just
yeah.
And like, it's not. I don't want it to sound like being able to move your timing around, like for the buffer window because it's laggy, is a bad thing. That's useful. It's a useful skill to be able to move your timing around. Like it's a
I will say in
mine,
offline it is.
I struggle so hard to just move the buffer window for myself so much earlier and move it around as much as I need to play in different connections, because even in offline settings, there's utility at the higher levels of moving around your timing to such a degree where it's not like you're moving it a couple of seconds, you're moving it just a few frames.
Yeah.
And like being able to do that, to really like dig into someone with like a knife and just like kind of really chink in that armor, that's a really useful skill that I'm not very good at.
Yeah.
So playing online would be helpful for me.
Well, offline, okay.
Really frustrating.
So I will give offline examples though, where you have to apply, like where you have to adapt to the timing, right? Now, Brooklyn Arcade will almost always do the best setup possible because they've got people that will make it happen. If they said the best setup possible is Final Showdown Arcade, they'll do it if you really want to do that, you know. But they are going to play the platform game. But in offline, it matters in the sense that at EVO and most of the major tournaments, they're using the Sony Insight displays, and those ones are laggier than like the fastest displays that are on the market. And it does. Okay. You will have to adjust a bit to them, but it is a quick adjustment. It's one of those things where the more experienced you are, the quicker you adjust it pretty quick. But we do see it. Many years, especially 2007 Evo, but many years at Evo, you will hear players complain about the setups, depending on what's being used versus what they're training on. You hear Arslan Ash freaked out completely. When he finally started playing Tekken on PC, which was this year, because Tekken on PS5 is totally has a different timing than Tekken on PC, especially a high-end PC. And then when he played online and he tried to train online, he got mad because of the variance, because you might find an opponent that's got a Wi-Fi, and so
exactly.
But also,
and that's that's the reality of it. These different. Offline different TV setups. Yeah.
It matters.
Way back when I first started playing this game seriously.
Yeah.
I played this on a television set that was laggy as all get out.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was laggy because I didn't know that TVs had lag, right? So
yeah.
I'm accustomed to offline setup lag, and I'm very adaptable to different TV lag setups.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's never 12 frames of lag.
Yeah.
Or 15 frames of lag, right?
Yeah.
It's always going to be within the buffer window, more or less. You can just adjust a few frames and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's never as bad as it is online.
So, last example too is with Leon, and I only found this out because I went to Japan. So, when I play on Final Showdown on PS3, when I play on Xbox 360. When I play on PC on emulator, when I play on Ultimate Showdown, when I play on any of these, meaning anything that you would play at home, including the PC version or the emulated version on PC, when you do Leon's guard break from stance, you pretty much gotta buffer the backdash before doing 4K, and then you confirm it, and then you hit the K. That's how you have to do it. That's not how you do it on Final Showdown Arcade in Japan. And so, imagine me fighting.
Is it faster or slower on an arcade?
You have to wait, just like you're saying. You have to wait. You have to you can't pre-buffer the backdash, or you could, but you got to just do it and then do 4K way later. Not even a little later, way later. What would happen in Japan? I was fighting Chimpanzé. I was fighting Virgo. I was fighting Japanese players. I was fighting Jane. I landed guard break on all of them, and I couldn't do 4K. Nothing came out because I hit 4K before the buffer window in that game on that situation. And I don't know if it's just that situation because I could do everything else. But that one like drove me nuts, and it took me about an hour to adapt to that and finally start converting those guard breaks. You know, so
hilarious. So it's easier to do in a sense because you have more time to confirm it.
you have more time. You can just confirm, wait, and then do it. But I kept doing it early, and even when I told myself to wait, I still did it too early. So early that the kick didn't even come out. It just standing there, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's a common. Well, I mean, this is an extreme example of you and offline being like weird, and this same exact situation, occurs for a lot of folks who are for the first time going off from online to offline, and vice versa. So most people have played online. So it's mainly folks online going to offline sessions, and they're like, "Why is nothing coming out? Why is this not coming out? Why is that not coming out?" Because you have way more time to do it, and your muscle memory is really well. You know, it took you an hour to get to fix it.
Yeah.
It takes some time sometimes.
It does.
And it's just good to know that.
It
if you're
is.
training online, it's fine to train online. I train online all the time. I'm playing right now online.
Yep.
But I also know that like the timing is different, and I'm not blind to that reality, which
Right.
I think some people who only practice online aren't visible, don't see, don't know.
Yeah.
They haven't felt it.
So for me, like I said, you know that I know, but I'm also, but for me, but when I'm communicating,
right?
like I said, it's more of well, what does the person need to know, or how do they clear their challenge? So that's why I try to look at that and then give an answer based on that. You know, I'm not trying to be misleading. Yeah. It's just more that I'm trying to give a pigeonholed answer directly for them. You know, so. It's like, and
I'm trying to give a general answer that will apply to most people.
Right, because that's the difference between.
Later, like I'll answer it for everyone. So it's like, if you're new, just press button earlier.
Yeah.
If you're not just new, then here are the other things to think about, right? Which we spent a good 30 minutes talking about.
Yeah.
We could have another set.
Well, no, because this was a good conversation between us. But I do have to go though. But I appreciate this so much. I love to do more. I do think people do enjoy our chats. And I think the back and forth gives a lot more to it, because it's good when we both have different ways of viewing the same thing, and then obviously there's a lot of things we agree on, but it's more interesting with the different angles that we're gonna approach, and
we have slightly different. We
got different target audiences. We just got different.
But how we get there is different.
Yeah. So, well, I also
and maybe
like
how we weight things.
Yeah, but like I said, also, it's like where you're at in the development curve, right? Is what, or more like what's left on the table for you versus what's left on the table for some others, and it's. But I believe that this game is a very skill additive game. It's just keep adding more and more skills because there's a lot of them to really do. But at the end of the day, being able to situation confirm is like a culmination of a lot of different skills. Being able to apply the Yomi is a combination of a lot of experience, right? And so and so it's for each person what's on the table for them, and help them be able to absorb more because all the different little skills, they do add up and they do help. The hard reality of VF, though, is that because there's so many different skills for you to work on and different approaches you can do, it means that the win curve is harder. You're probably going to lose a lot building a skill that's going to make you win a lot later, because you're going to be spending a lot of time trying to apply stuff that's actually kind of hard. But if it wasn't hard, it might not have been worth doing, right? I mean, there's a lot of easy games out there. And not just fighting games, of any kind of game, right? But if you're playing a fighting game, you're already picking a genre where skill is being tested. And in VF, a lot of different varieties of skills are being tested against each other. So that's why I love this game.
Yeah, and that skill growth curve and the time, you're right, where I am in the skill curve and development and what I'm working on is very much tailored to what I need right now. the other part of that, because there are players who are at the same skill curve that I am, but like don't approach the game or don't approach their playing the way I do either.
Yes.
And I think a major factor, other than just like what I'm working on, like what I'm trying to optimize, is time. Like I don't have a lot of time to play. If I had way more time, then I would just play online a ton and be like, sure, this is cool, this is fun. Yep. Because I could afford to kind of, for what I need, waste that time.
Yeah.
Because I can gain it through playing a lot more sets online.
Yes.
When I know for myself, if I just play fewer sets that are higher quality for what I'm trying to do, I'll get better faster. And I'll get to where I'm trying to go more quickly. So I prioritize speed, and I have the limitations of time. I know I'm time limited, and I know I'll get frustrated if I feel like I'm wasting my time when I know I could be better doing it by focusing. And I also attribute that focus to like me getting as good as I've gotten at the game in the amount of time I've gotten. Even though it's been a while, like it could be longer, right? Like it can always be longer. There's always more to learn. There's so much fucking shit to learn in this game, man.
But I'm gonna keep working on I'm gonna keep working on making sure it keeps being worth your time. So and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, you are. This is.
I think so.
And like I'm learning. Like I was saying, I don't know this matchup. Like this is totally. This is totally helpful for me, and I know it's helpful for you too. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. That's
No, Kingo said the same thing.
Partners to work, like we're both benefiting from this, exchange of information.
Yeah, Kingo told me that I had presented a lot of things from Leon that he hadn't dealt with before, and like had to make him really think about how to solve the damn problem. So, and I think you guys like that. Even though the aggressive approach is really risky, you're like, this gives me all this opportunity to work on this thing. Like, I'm working on how to counter this thing, So it's like, so yeah.
Yeah, and we're making it become risky too.
Yes.
Right? Like,
exactly.
It's not risky if no one's effing you up for it.
Exactly.
That's just good play.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's one of the things. Whenever someone's like, "Oh man, you're playing so YOLO or so like guerrilla."
What you gonna do about it, right?
If I'm playing so guerrilla, why don't you just kill me then?
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up and beat me.
Exactly.
I never complain about like someone's play style. I may not enjoy it. I don't find it happens in Virtual Fighter much. It happens in Street Fighter. And when it really happens in Virtual Fighter, when it used to, it meant I wasn't good. Like, because I couldn't figure out how to stop it. Yeah. But like now, I know how to stop anything. It's just a matter of doing it. That's the hard part. Knowing and then doing it. And that's still hard. Doing it's still hard.
But the joy is when you find.
Only part of it.
But I can also see that for you, the joy is when you also find an alternative answer you were kind of surprised by, or a better answer, and you're like, is there a better answer? Let me see. It's
I'm always looking for a better answer. Always. Because that's how you push the meta.
Exactly.
That's how you make the characters that you play better, or like, like Ichiro found how useful Jeff's toe kick countered into his Splash Mountain. That single move pushed Jeffrey from bottom tier to like solid mid.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Because of that, because of that exploration and like really determination to figure out, okay, what else can I do? How can I make this better? That's what I found I'm trying to do with Eileen. Exact same thing.
It's a really funny thing though, because in the case of like, for, as I've talked about before with you about, Americans just like to do what they want to do, right? So they want to hit you with some big thing. So because because Americans are like that. It's like, well, yeah, of course I want to go for toe kick a dune. That's a lot of damage, right? Because they do it for the boneheaded reason of I want to hit you with this thing. The Japanese avoided it because they just thought it wasn't practical to use, but then when they start hitting with it, it's like, oh my god, so it's like they can't do anything about it. Once you get the counter hit, you can't do anything. It's like, this is your combo. So.
Yeah, you don't need a real combo. You're a grappler now.
Yeah.
You're a real grappler. You're a grappler that hits you first.
Yeah. Thanks you so much. I'm gonna I'm looking forward to hopefully we can do next week. I'm hoping we can do next week. But yeah, thank you very much, Tricky. This was wonderful.
Yes, good game. I'm glad we could do this. I can do next week if you can, same time. Otherwise, we can do week after that if that's better.
I'll confirm with you for Monday, but I am hoping every Tuesday we do this. For everyone to know, we plan to do this as many Tuesdays as possible. Holidays are tricky, but we plan to. So
Yeah, we'll skip holidays, but other than that, I don't think there are any Tuesday holidays, so we should be fine. But yeah, we'll so just plan to be here, chat, and viewers on our stream for on my Twitter, I call them Tricky Training Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So it just sounds cool. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna call them these on my side, Tricky Training Tuesdays.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call it on your side, or what you want to call something else for the both of us.
I might make a play on a popular old sports book, which used to be Tuesdays with Maury, so I'll just call it Tuesdays with Tricky. But,
well, you have to be in there too. It's Tricky and Chanchai. You're also a part of it.
Yeah, I am, but we're playing on the T's here, so.
Well, maybe we can find a C, something to play off of, like a C and a T. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Awesome. Have a good one, Tricky.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a
Bye.
good bye. As you guys can tell, I had an awesome time with Tricky. It went longer than expected. I actually do have a lot to do. So everyone have a good one. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching. We had a lot of fun and got to work on a lot of things in the matchup. So take care, have a good one, and I'll catch you next time.